haven't got the right camera. Hang on. There we go. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Friday Afternoon Delight again. This is number 7. I'm going to be doing something a little bit different today. So, I have a sort of mini bricks kit, and it's going to be building this adorable little thing here. So it's literally just thousands and thousands of tiny, tiny little bricks to build up to make this. So I'm just going to get to step 1, and then I'll go through chat. There's a big thing, like A3 sheet of instructions. So let's have a look. Who do we have in? So we have GM in. He says, "First, indeed you are." And there's me saying hello, Gary, and hello to everyone else. Please don't forget to hit the like button on your way in. And you'll now see the link has been posted if anyone would like to join me. It is also pinned in the chat. So, who else do we have? Oh, Jem is saying, "Ooh, the green room." We have green rooms here for guests, but they're not green. More like cream with some scratches on them. Oh dear. And Graham is in. He says, "Afternoon all. Afternoon, Graham. How are you doing?" Because obviously you haven't been very well with your knees and stuff. Jim is saying, "Bobby did say he was not well, so I doubt he would appear." That's fine. It is not mandatory to watch these. Yeah, there is the link. It's just me saying hello to Graham. And we have Scale Modelling Twins in. He says, "Oi." Who in the bloody hell are yous? I'm guessing that's what you mean. Hello, John. Jim is saying hello. And Joe is in. He says, "Good day all. I have decent Wi-Fi at my mobile location. Good to be here on my 3rd cup of free coffee and finally first donut." Ooh, yes, you're at the mechanic. Let me just stop that from going funny. Also, donuts. Jim says, "Joe, eat away." And Joe says, "I can do it. You're going to be off the rocker with that coffee." And Ian is in. He says, "Good afternoon, Tiff and all familiars." I don't know where Willow is. She's off gallivanting, probably sunbathing in the sun somewhere, because we actually have sun today. So yeah. So this is going to be fun. I apologise for any loudness. And rustling of bags. And we have David at the Valleys in. He says, "Good afternoon all." And James says he's waving at Ian and he's laughing. He says, "You stumped Tiff, John." Yeah, just a bit. I have a bit of, like, my head is just not fully with it today. So I'm going to just fold that there like that so I can see the bottom of this. So these bricks are a little bit different. These are not like your normal Lego bricks that stack on top of each other. They do stack, but as you lay them side by side, they interlock with like a sort of teeth kind of thing. So that's going to be fun to try and work my way around. But those pieces do not go together anyway. So I need one. Oh, I need another one or two. And 2. So how has everyone's week been so far? Oh, my. There we go. What else do we have in? Oh, Hobby Time is in. He says, "Hi guys." And hi Tiff. And Jim is saying hi to David. Hello, Hobby Time. How are you doing? lot more. So I spent the good part of 2-3 days sorting out all these into. I went through each individual step. It tells you how many bricks are in each step. And I went through and bagged them all up. So I can just sort of pick one out and just get on with it. So there is like a little piece of paper in here somewhere. That says bag number 1. Somewhere. Right, what else do I need? So I need a number 3 there. That goes level with that one. They do actually supply like a little hammer, like a little mallet. I don't think it'll be extremely necessary. This is only to be used on, like, to be built on stream anyway, so I need another number 2 to go on the end here. So this kit was from Temu, and I think it only cost me, well, I say only, it cost about 30 quid. He's got a couple of people saying hello to each other. And Adam is in. He says, welcome to Willow's stream, hosted by the human Tiff. No, Willow is off somewhere. Although if I do shake her treat packet that is currently in the drawer, she will come running. But that's not going to happen. I want to leave her to go gallivanting around the house or the flat. Right. So I'm on number 3 now. Oh, it's very difficult to sort of see which ones you have and haven't done. So there's a 2 and then a 3. Because they don't all sit sideways like this. Some of them do sit like that as you're going through. Could use a pencil, I guess, to mark off the ones I've done. Well, that's just a bit more work. And I don't want to ruin the instructions just in case anything comes apart in the move. And then I can just go back and easily see. Oh, my word. This one does not want to go in. This is probably where the mallet would come in handy. Ah, there we go. I've got it. Right. Big cat hair stuck in it. Never mind. Right, so that one. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the third. 1, 2, 3. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 of the 3s going this way. Oh, we have a ding. 2 seconds. And we have 1. Hello.
Hello.
You alright?
Yeah, I thought I'd drop in.
Cool.
Yeah, hello. How are you, Tiff?
I'm okay. Getting there.
Excellent.
I've had a few bad days with like tiredness and stuff, but
With what, sorry?
tiredness.
Tiredness.
Yeah. Like I was supposed to go to Mum's yesterday at about 10:30.
Mm-hmm.
She had a doctor's appointment, so obviously someone needs to stay with my nana.
Ah.
I was supposed to go early in the morning just so she could get herself ready and stuff. And because she needed to leave at about 2 o'clock for her appointment. And I didn't wake up until 12:30. I slept through my alarms. I woke up and I was so foggy. And it's just, yeah. What do we have? Jim is saying, Adam, careful, Willow has claws and will bite you. She'll only bite you if you annoy her. Or if she's playing around. And Adam is saying, don't worry, Jim. I also have a Willow called Cleo and another called Roxy. Yeah. So what you've been working on, John?
Oh, I've just finished a B-57, B-47 bomber.
Oh, is that the Stratajet?
The Stratajet, the big Mahusive thing. So
Yeah. Oh, you finished
like
it.
Yeah, we just had the last of the members build sessions just finished.
Cool.
So this is the way it turned out. So
Oh, that looks
Mahusive
awesome.
bloody thing, like
Just a bit.
massive wingspan. Quite an impressive jet, really. And from the front, of course, it's just well, there's two pilots here. There's three, a crew of three. There's a guy in the nose as well, but his window isn't actually on. Well, it's there, but I need to maybe make it a sort of glazed color. It's a little. It's hard to see it in the frame there.
Yeah, you can't really see it.
Yeah, so old mate there's a navigator down the nose, and I've got the big nuke sort of sitting in the middle there. So it's
Oh wow.
Can't remember the B-58 or an M58 bomb, which is, as I like to keep quoting, 600 to 750 times the power of the Hiroshima atomic weapon.
Jeez.
Which is madness. Like, but there we go. So that's the way it turned out. So that's nice. And I'm a bit pressed for time because I need to. I've been asked to build two kits and have them ready by next Friday.
Oh.
Down at Hobbyco headquarters. Yeah.
Is that the Bentley and the Spitfire that I saw you do some kit reviews of?
Not the Bentley. The Spitfire is one of them.
Okay.
This kit here.
Let's have a look.
A little 72nd scale jobby. And the other one is in the mail. It didn't arrive today. It was express post. It was meant to arrive, but it didn't. So it'll be coming Monday. It's a Hasegawa 72nd scale P40N Warhawk with the Australian scheme included, which I can't see in that. Like, it's on scale mates without the Australian scheme, because what they tend to do here, certain importers pay Ronin Graphics to develop a local scheme, and they include that for free in boxings in Australia. So yeah, he'd like me to make the Australian one so he can use it in a not a convention, but like a exposition next weekend.
Yeah.
And he'd like this one made up, half of it painted and half of it plastic, so people can see how it all goes together and stuff. Yeah. So that'll be interesting. So I'm about to literally start this one because the clock is ticking, but I'm going to have to document it as it goes. So I've got it sort of spread out to take a photo and stuff like that. But we'll see how it goes. Should be all right. I'm interested to see how it goes myself because I've not made a Hella plane for, a month now. No, I mean, what I mean. This is a kit from 1978 or thereabouts. It's actually earlier from what I can see, 1973 or something on scale mates. So it might be all right. Because the way I look at it is, it's what we all built back in the 70s, 80s and stuff. This was our, our entry into the hobby. So they couldn't have been too bad because we'd go back for another,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, my Hella car is going quite well. It's got the engine and that in.
Very good. Awesome.
I've got the wheels painted.
Ah.
And that is that is a nice colour. That is the ruby red from the True Metallic Metals in Vallejo.
Uh-huh. So what green did you choose for your engine block?
That is, I packed it away now. I think that's it's just the dark green from Vallejo.
Okay.
Because apparently the colour call out is green.
Yeah, right.
So, yeah.
Very cool. So, I'll just start documenting this.
Joe's saying, a human TIFF, are we sure? Doesn't she have to arrange some items correctly on a page or something? Gosh, I hate that. Yeah. It'll be slow going, this build, I think. And Jim is saying, Adam, haha, checkmate, nearly. I have a Ming the Terrible and a Mong the Destroyer, Siamese monkeys. Oh, I love Siamese kitties. They're so cute. I mean, Willow is, but it's the blue eyes on Siamese cats.
Yeah.
So what is the Friday build after the Stratajet then, John?
Oh, I'm withdrawing from the Friday builds.
Okay.
Just because I'm pressed for time with Hobby Co requests.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Yeah, it's not to say I might. I could always drop in or whatever, but I won't be building a member's choice. Like I think I'm pressed for time. That is, I've got, as of Monday, I'll have 3 kits that I've been asked to do. Well,
Yeah.
I haven't been asked to do the Bentley Blower. That was my choice, but I still want to, regardless of what happens, I'd like to continue at least the Bubble One Tuesday builds, because they're always interesting subject choices.
Yeah.
But I need to look after these guys, because they're gonna try to look after me.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I figure, like, if I only paint one side, I was initially going to do this side unpainted and the starboard side paint. But then I thought, no, I should swap it around, because it's usually the port side that's got extra decals on it and whatnot. And this aircraft's christened. Oh, it's got. Well, it looks like it's a bit hard to see at the scale. Is that? Oh no, it's impossible to see at that scale. But yeah, it should be a squadron leader's pennant, and it's christened Winston Churchill and all the kill markings and stuff. So
Cool.
Yeah, so I'll leave the. Well, the plan is to leave the starboard side unpainted. How I do that remains to be seen.
It'll just be masking the whole thing off, I guess.
I think so, yeah. But it is a simple kit. Like,
yeah. I mean, how
fact
would
is,
you go about? Do you have to leave the inside half and half as well?
Yeah, I will. Yeah, just because that's a bit of fun,
Yeah. So you're gonna have to basically cut the decal for the thingy in half, aren't you?
No, there isn't one. No, this kit just has that's it. That's the instrument panel there, and that's the rudder pedals, as well as the instrument panel, and the gun sight and the compass, and all of it's together. So there's nothing there.
Yeah, normally there's a decal for that. Strange.
Nope.
Oh, cool. So it's all just painted on that kit then?
Yeah, I'll just, it'll mainly be, well, it'll be a mix. So the middle bit will be aluminium. The pedals will be a different shade of aluminium. Well, they're going to be, I think, a bit of British interior green. The bottom of the frame 9 will be interior green, and the top half will be matte black, with probably a little bit of different shades for the gun sight and the compass. Just pick out what I can, but it's going to be interesting. Just going like, okay, I'll only pay half.
It's fun to see what it looks like when you finished it.
I think so. Like, yeah, it'll be within a week, put it that way. So let's find out. I might as well trim these away now and see how the fit is, because it could be bad.
Yeah, well, I painted the guy for that I got from the auction lot. So you probably won't be able to see him very well. Let me just stick this up full screen. So he's actually painted now. So I painted him a dark brown. I overbrushed in black, and then I dry brushed in actually retributor armor. And because of like the black and the brown underneath, it's turned out like a bronzy kind of color. However, I am having issues with the stand. It's turned out a little bit too big, so I'm gonna grab some sandpaper from Mum's and just sand it down. It's just a little bit too big for him, I think.
Right. No, it doesn't look too big. I think it looks all right.
But it's supposed to be like just a plinth for him. I mean, the top of it was taller. I did kind of take some off. It was a bit taller than that, and it had that on top of it, but that just did look a bit too big with him on top.
Mm-hmm.
Where is he? There. Yeah, that was just a bit too big. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this down because it's 3 centimeters, this bit. So I'm just going to chop that down so it's about 3.5 and just take off one of the layers, and then it'll be all right, I think, with that on top of there, with just a little bit hanging off each side, not too much. Unfortunately, my saw blade has gone dull, so I'm going to just use sandpaper.
Yeah. I had to buy a new saw blade. I was cutting out bits of the Victory and it wasn't working. It was burning the wood, so I had to go and buy another one.
This is the only saw I have. I need like a razor, like a proper, like little one, like proper. I think they call them. Is it razor saw or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need a proper one. So I will go and get one at some point.
So I don't know how accessible they are over your end of the planet, but this is an Artesania Latina micro saw set. So these are stainless steel. They're very cheap. It's about $13 Australian, so probably about $7 or £8. And they come with. There's a couple that aren't here because I've got them in the box, but they're different size. Different shapes, different sort of teeth configurations and stuff. So you might be able to do with one of them.
Yeah, because when the blade went dull, I was literally just breaking them up with a pair of old snips.
Yeah.
And
well, this is one of the other ones. It's just a little tiny thing. So once you just put it in a normal Excel sort of thing, they can be useful like that.
Oh, cool.
Tiny little saw blade.
I'll have to see what.
But even if you get the large ones, they're pretty cheap anyway. Yeah, there's a couple with different TPI.
Like yeah, it's we don't really have any proper hobby shops around here. I think the closest one is the Northeast Model Centre, which it's a little bit of a distance for me.
Right.
But I might check. Like one of our stores is called Boys. They do hobby stuff. It's where I get the majority of my paints from. So I'll have a look at that, I think, see what they've got in there. Because they have like craft knives and stuff like that in there as well. Right. Where did I get up to? So I've got the 2 there. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Where are we? GM is saying, Joe, the soddies are really good at shredding the wife's hair extensions into what looks like roadkill in her makeup room. Oh dear. Joe is a bit shocked about that. And GM says, Joe, they discovered the stash of evergreen plastic tubes and rods. I'm finding chewed plastic bits around the apartment. Yeah. This is why, sort of like, when I finally get everything taken over, the door to the hobby room will be closed. I don't want to be finding bits chewed up. And Jim is saying, Tiff, I didn't hear just what the bricks will build up into. Okay, let me just... I don't have a picture per se, but I'll just read the instructions. So it'll be that adorable little thing.
Oh wow!
And it's completely made up of these tiny little bricks.
Huh.
So it's like a Japanese nine-tailed fox. So Yeah, fun build. But worth it. And they do all sorts. I got it from Temu. It was about 30-ish quid. £30. Got it from Temu. They do all sorts. They've got a headwig with a wizard's hat on it. There's a Grim Reaper. There's other colours of this one. There's like pink and blue. Of course, I went for the black one.
Of course.
Of course. But yeah, there's loads of stuff. I have about 100 items, like crafty items or so, in my Temu basket.
Wow.
Yeah, there's like book nooks and a couple of these of different types of things. There's like I guess you call them pipe cleaner kits, like the fuzzy sort of crafty things. Well, there's all sorts. It's just come to investigate. Get out of the bin.
So all these bits, the bits I'm dry fitting together, just offering them up to each other, they do fit pretty well. Like, yeah, like that's fine.
That does fit nice. To be fair, I've had no issues with this car.
Yeah. But they're very, very soft plastic. But
yeah,
it's easy. Like you won't have things. Yeah, you won't have gaps because you just sort of bend them.
Yeah.
But, should be right.
Joe says soddies, that's funny. And oh shoot, just got the first estimate. $1,900. No model kit building or golf for 3 months. Jesus.
Oh, that's no good.
No. And Joe says, I guess I will lose some more weight too. And Ian is saying hello to Willow. Willow. You saying hello? No. Hello. And Jameson, Tiff, okay. Couldn't pick out the image against the white background sheet. Yeah. Only way you can really tell is because parts of it are black. Right.
I have to decide whether to. No, I think I'll just most of it. I could airbrush it all, but like I did ask Dave, like the boss of Hobbyco, I said, "Do you want this painted? Like, because it comes with its own paint.
Mm-hmm.
Did you want it painted using the supplied stuff?" And he basically said, "Well, it's sold as a beginner thing, so it's an entry into the hobby, and people can pick it up, and a present from." Just family members to, well, I thought, he didn't answer the question. He's it's like a politician, really. I think he's given me, I think what he wants is for me to be responsible for my own content. But if he wants me to stick in certain guidelines, ask me to do that, and I'll certainly do the best I can. But I guess if he just, if he sort of had a cage response, he'd be happy if I just painted up. I guess he'd want it looking as best as he can, because he did say he wants it to go on display at their principal store in Queen Victoria building in Sydney. So I'm just like, maybe I should do a good job of it. Try to.
Yeah. I mean, even if you just sort of like, it comes with the paints and stuff. If you just try and use the colours it comes with, just do your best with them. And that way you can kind of show you can get this kind of quality.
Yeah.
With the paint.
Ideally, that's what I should do, is like get the product to sell itself. But my view is if people want to buy it, go ahead. Like what I like, and I mentioned to him, is like, I've walked into a lot of like hobby stores and toy stores and stuff. And there's, because his company is Australian importer for Hello. I mentioned that I've walked into Casey's Toys and Frontline Hobbies and a couple of other places, and they have these bright yellow boxes really stand out. And I said, look, there are a lot of choices. There's about 30, 40 lined up, and say 4 of one type, 5 of another, and all that stuff. But there's a lot of choice. And he was grinning from ear to ear. Oh, that's great to hear. Great to hear.
Yeah, I mean, I am enjoying my first Hello kit. It's going together beautifully.
I had absolutely no problems with that water bomber I did. Like it didn't fight me at all.
Yeah, but I've got another 2 in the cupboard to build,
Uh-huh.
thanks to Bob. Below. No.
All right. Yeah, I think I'll glue these together and then think about this.
I think you've got cat hair all over me bloody thing already. Okay. 2, 3. Oh, F4.
Do.
5. I said I wasn't going to colour these in, but it's difficult to keep track of what's what. GM is saying, Joe, gold infused engine oil, huh? Unobtainable spark plug earrings and right hand widgets.
Yeah.
And then I'm guessing that's supposed to be Bastard and Subaru put together. Bastardru. That's why I'm glad I don't drive. I don't have like £2,000 worth of bloody car repairs to do. It's probably a bit more expensive just because it is Subaru.
Well, it's just a standard car, really. Just everything is more expensive. Like cars these days, yeah, they cost a lot. You used to be able to fix most cars, like in the 70s, 80s, with I think 4 types of spanners and a couple of screwdrivers. But now, yeah, you're really behind the 8 ball.
Yeah.
It's just the way of things, mind you. Like cars now compared to then, like electronic dashes, mobile phone integration.
Yeah.
Keeping the lane keep assist and all that sort of stuff, cruise control. I mean, electric windows even. Like cars in the 70s didn't have any of that. You'd be lucky if you had aircon, wind-up windows.
Yeah. I think my dad's car that he had just before he passed away, it was one of the old Fords that he used to have to wind the window down. It was a proper old car. He kept it in good nick because what he did is he got 2 cars, like the same cars that were pretty much just knackered, and he just swapped all the bits around so he had one fully working car and he kept it in really, really good order. And God, I think he had it when tax discs were still a thing in the UK. Like I remember roughly being about 5 or 6 and my dad actually working on that car. Bearing in mind how old was I when Dad passed away? Oh, I was in my mid-20s. He passed away about 7, 8 years ago now.
Right.
So yeah, early to mid-20s. So he had the car for a good long while, at least 20-ish years. Jim is saying stupid roos are expensive in the States. Dorkosaurus is in. He says, hi, Tiff, John, and everyone in Chatland. Hello,
Hello.
Dorkosaurus. And Jim is in. He says, hello, everyone. Hello, Jim.
Hello, Jim.
Jim is waving at Jim. And Jim is saying, it took over 12 hours, but the bloody internet service provider finally got things straightened out. Huzzah! So that's why Jim's been missing.
Yeah, he mentioned at the start of Mikey's stream that he was having connection issues. Yeah, so I'm glad they're resolved.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, this seat, this is 70 seconds, Carl. So the pilot seat has a big ejection pin or something or other, a mold mark in the seat pan. And I don't know how the hell I'm going to get in there and clean it up because there is no pilot figure.
The only thing I can think of is if you have some kind of Dremel thing.
I do, but I'd say the modeler who would buy this may not.
Yeah, that's very true.
I did use a Dremel for the first time in a modelling stream about maybe an hour ago to drill into the resin bomb with a 1mm drill bit, stick 2 bits of 1mm steel rod, and then use that to scrape a mark on the top of the bomb bay and drill 2 holes in it. And it all went swimmingly.
Good. I think I accidentally packed mine and put it in a box and it's over at the house. Because I could have done with that for my little plinth thing. Probably would have been a good idea. Joe was saying I decided to get the brakes and rotors taken care of. So, oh well. Dealerships are always more expensive. I needed a spoiler for wife's Prius and Toyota and wanted $850. Found it online for $69. Ridiculous. Yeah, I know someone who wanted a spoiler for his car. It doesn't normally come with one. He bought a £50 spoiler on eBay, went and got it, went to a place, like a specialist place, and got it put on for 30 quid.
Wow.
But he went to this specialist place and they say, oh, we could buy one in and fit it all in all for about 200 quid. So he's basically just saved himself like 130 odd, 120, 130 quid by buying it on eBay. And it's still working just fine. And that was about 4 years ago now.
Let's try this. What could possibly go wrong?
Jim. Ian is saying, Jim, where have you been? And Athol is in. He says, afternoon, Tiff, and down under. Hello, John.
Hello.
Ian is saying, hello, Docsaurus. Joe is saying, hey, Jim, heard about the storms and outage. No, it's put outrage, but yeah, outage. Oh, that's you. I was wondering what that was.
Oh, sorry, I'll mute myself.
No, it's all right. Don't worry about it. I just heard something and I was like, no, is that coming from my PC? Because I couldn't see you. I was looking at the chat. Yes, Jim was saying, Ian, violent rainstorms knocked out the signal last night at 7:30. Wow. And you've had only just come back, got back. And he says, good to have you back, Jim. Indeed it is. And David Markey's in. He says, afternoon, Tiff, and afternoon, folks. Good afternoon, David. Joe says, David. And Ethel said, hi, David, Jim, Joe, and Ian. And Joe saying hi to Ethel. Right. Let's have a look. There we go. 1 and 2. There's some flash on some of these, so it might be a bit difficult to get in. If so, there we go. Wait, how many have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. There we go.
Right, job done. Oh dear. Now I need to. Yeah, it's just going to be weird painting everything, half of everything. But
yeah, I can imagine it'll be a bit strange. Oh, I got this right. No, I don't. I've just put all of them in and now I've got to take them all out. Okay. I'll keep as many of them together as I can. Right. Let's try this again. There we go. There we go. No. There we go.
It'd be typical, though, if I paint half of this and then cut it all together and realise that I painted one part backwards.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Oh, shit. Which I was about to do just now. Putting the tape on the wrong way around. You know, because my head is telling me to, like, not paint the port wing.
Yeah.
But to paint the starboard. But the fact is, there's more decals and
more detail on the other side.
Yeah, there's more. Like if I paint the other side, I'm going to miss out on all these decals here, which are a little bit of interest. So, Oh well.
Yeah.
Do what
Right.
I can.
Ian's just got to go. See you later. Catch you later. We just got a lot. And David is saying, just got back from a shopping trip and a pub meal. Ooh.
Oh.
And Doc is saying, well, I have lost the exhaust tips to the Lamborghini. They're here somewhere, hopefully. Just David saying hello. A few people. Jim is saying, thanks, Ian. Now it's my turn to walk the dog. See you all later. Hi and bye. Thank you for popping in.
Yeah. Bye, Jim.
Just David saying hello. And yeah. And Joe is saying, wow, Docosaurus, I can't imagine the service and repair costs on your Lamborghini. And Joe saying, oh, it's a model kit. Okay. And GM is saying, dividend, the same I see on Terry's Smeg channel. Indeed it is. Yes. A little history. And people on Terry's channel get everywhere. Right. So 2 of the 3. And I need 2. 2 3s. It's difficult to line these up. There we go. Right. Put 2 there. I don't think I'm going to get a full bloody part done today. That's fine. Right. There's 3 there. 2 3s.
Yeah, I think my head is literally telling me to paint everything the other way around. Because instinctively I want to do the port side unpainted.
Yeah.
I can't explain why. Apart from, the one that they had in Hobbyco had been like that. It was a tracker. I think it was a 70-second scale tracker. Oh, damn it. No, that was right the first time. Idiot. Oh, no. I was backwards again. Oh. So, okay. So if that's it, I want to mask that side. Right. Righto. Oh, caramba. Yes.
5.
That way. So paint that, not that.
Oh, shoot. 6. 7. 9. 10.
All right.
There we go. Oh, base is coming along all right. Jim is saying a pencil drawn arrow facing direction of flight might help John.
Yeah. No, I was just, looking at the parts, because the cockpit floor, there's not that much detail in there. So I'm looking at it going, which side is up for the cockpit floor? I'm just going to have it so the ejection pin is downwards.
Yeah.
God, sorry. It's a bit sore today, so I'm making all sort of groaning noises.
Oh, it's all right. I've been like that a few days. Joe saying, that's funny, John, painting backwards. Not as bad as me this morning, painting 2 tiny pieces on a sprue and getting my fingers jammed in the sprue. Damn, I'm old. Wife had to assist me.
Wow.
Jameson. Jameson, Joe, not your day, is it? Joe said no. Jameson, there have been some funny email chats with Terry. There will be more. Joe is saying, I yelled and screamed and scared Rocky, my super chihuahua.
Oh.
He says he missed Terry's stream. It was a bit too early. Yeah, it's a members only one tonight, I believe. And AJ is in. He says, hello. Hello, AJ. Welcome in.
Hello.
AJ saying, "Oh God, you have one of those seated edged brick kits. Best of luck to you." Yeah, it's going all right so far. To be fair, it's not great having sort of white bricks on white paper instructions, but I said I wasn't going to do it, but I'm colouring the bricks so I know which ones I haven't done. I just take my time with it. It's gone okay so far. And what I might do is just continue a little bit after the stream and just get sort of step one done. AJ says I got asked to make one and it's sat above my desk waiting to be returned to its owner. He says he hates them.
Oh, really?
I mean, they're a bit difficult on the fingers, but so is Lego.
True.
Sometimes. Nose is really itchy. Cut the grass outside again today. GM is saying, Joe, yes, Terry is 3 a.m. here. A long day. Then BBC, TIFF, then I wait for the disco kid to show up. And Joe says, Jim, it's going to be hard eating and drinking $1,900 in coffee and donuts. $1,500 was doable, but $1,900, wow. Yeah. I do have cake. I might have some after me dinner. So,
Yeah.
The Co-op near me, Mum bought me one. It's a mango cheesecake flavoured.
Mango cheesecake sounds alright.
I have had one before. It's an actual cake. They've just made it taste like mango cheesecake, and it's delicious. They do a cherry bakewell one as well.
All right. Sorry if my booth is annoying. There we go. Well, that didn't take long. Medium sea grey. Nice.
Yeah, can't hear your booth at all, John. Don't worry about it. AJ says, I've just had emergency dental work after a filling dropped out. Eating and drinking will be hard. Yeah, I had some done the other day, and it was one of my, not the other day, the other week, it was one of my front two teeth. I am, maybe about 2 years ago, I had an accident and chipped my front tooth.
Uh-huh.
And a couple of weeks ago, it fell out. The filling that they'd put in fell out. So I had to go back and they wanted to do it without numbing me, and I was like, nah, nah. You stick that needle right in my face, and you numb the hell out of me. Not having you drilling into my tooth that's already sensitive with an exposed root.
Yeah.
So for a few hours, half of like my nose and my face was numb. Was not fun eating and drinking. And Jameson Joe, yeah, that brand is expensive. Many I know traded in for other brands. And AJ says agreed. I had to get the needle, just waiting for the feeling to return. Yeah. The thing is, like, because it was like the front, but it feels like the needle is going up through into your nose.
Right.
And for a good day or two, I had some pain going through my nose whenever I moved it.
Yeah, it's never fun, I must admit, but
No.
like the alternative is so much worse, isn't it?
Yeah, but I had to travel 2 hours.
Oh.
To get to the dentist. Because it was the only one that does emergency dental work near me on the NHS.
Right.
So that was, like, well, I don't like travelling that far, but I was only in there for about 15 minutes. So I think I just went into town afterwards and had a look around and found a hobby shop.
Oh.
So I might pop back there at some point. It's like, it's in like a little multi-story thing in the town centre.
Mm-hmm.
So like on the ground floor is like a furniture shop, like a second-hand furniture place. And then I didn't even realise what was in there until I was looking at the other windows, and you can see like Warhammer kits and paints and stuff in the window. So I was like, okay, I'll have to have a pop in at some point.
God, that's weird. That's the first bit.
It is a bit strange.
What else we got? Half an instrument panel. Oh no, that's a backrest. Yeah, I painted one half of the cockpit floor, but then the interior of the radiator,
Yeah.
dark sea grey. Yeah, it's that's half the instrument panel. It's all quite weird.
It's look a bit strange.
Seat I'll just pick out manually. It's just too many contours, really.
Yeah. Docosaurus says, okay, found the tips, installed them. New short coming after this stream. Cool. I will be sure to watch that. Joe says it's been a good car. I have 146,000 mile on it. Wow.
Wow. What year Subaru is it?
AJ said mine was the back, but I also have jaw problems, and holding the jaw open was more painful than paying the bill. Yeah. My jaw clicks whenever I talk, eat. Oh. Yawn. Jameson Joe, I know a guy who has a. Oh, sorry, bear with me.
Well, there you go. Now I've just worked out my wife's Polo has done 169 over 169,000 miles. So yeah, I guess we should consider getting her a new car at some point. Oh wow. Okay. GM saying, Joe, a guy I know has a replica Batmobile. We put a smallest jet engine from a British jet Provost trainer aircraft in the back. Overfeed the jet fuel pressure, and you got lots of flames going. Cool. I wonder what I need to Google that. I'm not familiar with the jet Provost engine. I just don't know what it would have. Let's look that up. An Armstrong Siddeley Viper engine. Hmm. Yeah, that would do. Now, see if I can pick out some of this detail. Yeah, I'm sure before I finish it, something's going to be painted on the wrong side. Where was I? I should get all the paint I need. So the seat be a Bakelite reddish brown, brick red. Maybe chocolate. Maybe it's a bit too dark. I'm trying to think what I usually use.
Okay, I'm back.
Yay!
Yay! Okay. So yeah, Jim was saying, Joe, a guy I know has a replica Batmobile. We put a small-ish jet engine from a British jet Provost train aircraft in the back. Overfeed the jet fuel pressure, and you got lots of flames going. Oh, my chart has jumped. Just some more things. Joe's saying, wow, Jim, any pics? And he says, bought the Crosstrek new in 2018.
Ah, so that's Crosstrek. I think no, I'm thinking something different because we were driving something like that, but it was a Vauxhall. He wouldn't have a Vauxhall where he is.
No, isn't it Opel?
No, that was a. I think it was a. No, I think it was a cross. Maybe it's a Crossman. Mediocre at best, but did job.
Adrian's saying, yeah, mine clicks often following an appointment to remove a lump from my ear. And he says, lol, my 14-year-old one has 81,000 miles. 81k. Cool. And he says, nice to see people building 89s with real jet engines. Yep. Oh, ankle. Athol says, just bought a lightweight foldable wheelchair so I could be mobile again, having sold my e-bike for half what I paid for it. The thing is, like, I find the lightweight ones aren't actually lightweight because we have a lightweight one for my nana, and that thing is heavier than her actual wheelchair.
Heavier than your nana.
Well, yeah, my nana's only like 6 stone. Bless her little heart. She had cataract surgery 2 days ago.
Ah. And she has recovery. I wouldn't have a clue.
It's, half of her face is swollen. Her eyes like pretty shut. There's no bruising or anything, but She says that the only time it's really painful is the morning when she wakes up because it's a little bit dry.
Ah,
But she's
yeah.
got eye drops to be put in. She's got 3 different eye drops to be put in twice a day, like
It's
antibiotics
backwards
and
again.
ones to keep her eye, like stop it from drying out and stuff like that. Uh, GM is saying, Joe, not now, sorry, back in 1988. Ah. Joe says, yes, we'll get a new one soon, maybe next year. I'm looking at their hybrid model Crosstrek. 38 miles per gallon, the city or highway. AJ says, GM, 1988, would that have been the Adam West Batmobile?
The only one that matters. No, that's not true.
Yeah. Joe says, that would be great, Athol, getting mobile again. Yeah. Jim is saying, Joe, please check replacement battery prices. Hybrids have nasty costs. Yes, they do. My
Do they?
uncle, yeah, basically replacing the battery costs about 40% of the car's overall worth.
Yeah, but you see, I don't know enough about like how often the batteries need replacing or whatever. If you had a full electric car, from what I understand, you don't actually have to service them. Like you get tires done, but there's
No,
no sort of oil change or whatnot. You know?
you still have to have them serviced. You still have to have the MOT and everything to make sure they're roadworthy.
Mm.
Um, and my uncle had a car, like a hybrid Vauxhall, um, and he hated it.
Right.
He absolutely hated it. It
Yeah.
was basically like costing him more to charge it than what his monthly payments were on it.
It would. I do remember a friend of mine years ago. This is 2010. Bought a Nissan Leaf, so one of the first electric cars in Australia. I think it was probably hybrid because it was Priuses were the only choice then as well, the only other choice. So they would have been hybrid. And what he was saying is, oh, my power bill's gone through the roof. So the Liberal were in power and the Conservative Party were in Victoria at the time. So he wrote to their local member and, you should offer concessions for, actually, no, wrong was the ALP. No, I think Dan Andrews had just won the election. Said you should offer concessions for people who choose to drive electric cars. And they came back and said, well, no, it's your choice. If you want to spend more on electricity, do that. It's not good enough. So then he wrote to the Greens, the Green Party, for their response. And their response was, well, we don't support any cars on the road. We want to see more rail. So I replied to his post on Facebook and said, so is the Greens policy to have more electricity generation by coal, more steel scars and across the land, and more swathes of parkland destroyed by train lines? Well, yes. How insane
Yeah,
is that?
it's like I think when I travelled to the house, not I think it might have been last weekend. Um, about 4 or 5 of the farmers' fields that I went past that were absolutely beautiful. Bear in mind, I live in the middle of nowhere.
Hmm.
We're all being dug up and solar panels put on them. Now they do pay the farmers for it, for the use of the land, but are they getting paid more than what their crops would have been worth?
I don't know.
It's just, yeah.
I'm not opposed to green policies, but I am when there are Greens present. That is, I recycle as long as people don't force me to. I do the right thing. I'm the sort of guy that goes through a car park and returns trolleys. So that speaks a bit about my character.
Yeah. See, I don't return other people's trolleys, just my own. No, I mean people around here, like in England, we've just been given like food waste bins, and people hate them
Ah,
because like you've got an indoor caddy and an outdoor caddy, and people are finding that they're getting a lot of like obviously fruit flies and stuff like that because they've got the inside caddy, not inside in the kitchens, and they're just, yeah, people are not happy. The outdoor ones are causing rats and mice and stuff.
Right. That's fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I think they're using it for like compost and then biofuels and stuff like that. But I mean, I don't have one. I was supposed to get one. It turns out the hairdressers have stole it. Apparently, they've also stolen my normal bin. They have like a little cupboard next to my front door, and they've in the yard outside is obviously the bins, the recycle, the normal bin. And yeah, I found them going into that cupboard with a normal and a recycle bin, and yet they're still using the one in the yard, which was supposed to be mine.
Bastardos.
I know, right? Like, you're a hairdresser. How can you have that much rubbish? I think they only open like 2.5 days a week. Right. I thought saying, well, Joe, I can hardly walk anywhere, so a wheelchair is an ideal present to me. Yeah. GM is saying, AJ, one of the dozen replicas, but which one, I don't know. Joe's saying, yes, I have. Our third vehicle is a 2011 Prius. I drive around locally, and I have 289,000 miles on it. Jesus Christ. Never had a problem. I researched new green replacement batteries for about $800.
Well, that's good.
Still a lot of money.
Yeah, but you know, it's cheaper than servicing a petrol-derived car. I don't know. Like, I'm not one to say, "Oh, electric's crap."
No, at the end of the day, it's up to you, whatever car you want to drive.
Yeah.
But to replace a battery in an electric car, by a couple $100, maybe a couple of thousand, depends on the type of car, I think. But like a petrol one, my uncle, I think he had to have a car, like a battery replaced on his wife's car. Cost him 60 quid for the battery, and then 30 quid labour. It's a massive difference. AJ saying GM was long with a roof or shortish with open top. He says Adam West and Michael Keaton's Batmobile are the only ones that exist. And the car's battery lasts as long as the warranty. So when the warranty runs out, get rid of the EV. And Joe was saying replacement batteries were initially expensive, but they have gone down. Jim said AJ, it was long with open top. I know of 6 running replicas. So AJ is saying open top would be the Adam West. Sorry, I forgot it was long, just not as long as the 89.
Yeah.
Jim was saying Toyota was $15,000 for a small hybrid battery in 2016. Traded in hybrids were all missing the batteries. Adam saying, I'm being dumb, but wouldn't putting the waste in a normal bin still cause rats? Yeah. But just not as many. I mean, these caddies, they're tiny. Like, maybe quarter, not even quarter the size of a normal bin. So they all get like knocked over and stuff because, well, especially around here in the northeast, the rats are absolutely massive. But they can sort of sniff around the big normal waste bins, but they can't get into them. But they're able to get into the food bins. Because for some reason the rats are clever. Jimison, Hyundai hybrids don't have a spare wheel because there's a battery in its place.
Yeah, so cars suddenly in Australia, they're selling them without, they used to have like the Space Savers spares and stuff like that, but now a lot of them are running with no spares at all, which is for Australian conditions, like you could be stuck in absolute in the middle of nowhere. I think it's pretty pathetic the government are even allowing that. So BYD, Build Your Dreams, as a brand car, you have them over there as well, yeah?
No.
Good.
One I've
So
heard of.
yeah, so if if I had one, which I choose not to, they're not allowed to be parked anywhere near the F-35 facility on base because, like for the last year or so, they've been, people have worked out that they have cameras, around them as Teslas do and stuff like that, but they just turn on themselves. They can be just controlled by mothership China. So they actually ban them from base, parts of base. And there's a news article here, I think yesterday or today, about that, and I didn't even bother reading because I know the full story. Just like, yep, yeah. China, yep.
Yeah. Let's have a look. David Markey is saying we had 2 caddies, but now we have just a large one to put out with filled food bags. Yeah. So you have your indoor one and your outdoor one up here anywhere. Joe says now I'm taking hybrid batteries. Talking hybrid batteries, not straight up EV. AJ saying the food bins stink. Adam is saying, bruh, what the hell are the council giving out? Our food waste is the same size as the standards. Oh no, we have we have our recycle bins, our general waste, and our food waste. So our food ones, let's have a look, see if I can get a picture. Email from Terry with tomorrow's link. There we go. That's what they look like, basically.
Okay.
So this little one sits in your kitchen. And you put biodegradable bags in to put the food waste in, and then once that is full, you pop it in there. This is the outside one, and that goes out on the same day that your rubbish gets collected.
Mm-hmm.
So you can put that one out once a week because it's a different van that comes around and collects it. It's a bloody ridiculous. And I don't know why my Google search thing is so big. I kind of make it small. Never mind. Graham is saying rats are not as bad as gerbils. AJ says hybrids are supposed to be crap as the petrol engines fail. And he says burn your BYD, burn your dreams. And AJ saying Tiff, they have a BYD shop down here. Okay, it's not one I've heard of personally.
Yeah, they're everywhere here because it's cheap, disposable Chinese crap, is in my opinion. But make up your own opinion. I just think, we're just getting all these brands that no one's ever heard of before, like Geely and all these things, and they all go, oh, it's like I saw a massive poster in Melbourne. Oh, Australia's largest selling car brand. I've never heard of that car brand. I can't even remind myself what it was. And I just thought, what a load of crap.
Yeah.
But the spray I had the other day on Mikey's channel was about Ford Australia and GMH, General Motors Holden in Australia, moved away, and then said, oh, we're going to continue to have these Chinese-made Commodores, and that lasted, I think, less than 18 months, and then they stopped making them and importing them. So all the like American brands, all the Western brands are like, we've still got European cars, but here they're sold as premium cars, like Audi, obviously, but even things like Renault, Peugeot are sold as they're pretty much European cars have a premium. And all the gap in the market, like Kia is huge here as they are there, and Hyundai, of course, or Hyundai are as big there as they are here. But yeah, we're just flooded with all this just crap that, like my friend of Paul's bought what was an MG3, I think it was, little one. Now the MG, of course, are all Chinese now. And after I think 8 months, the alternator stopped. So he took it in for service, and what the guy told him was like, well, it's not covered under warranty, but we've got this one you can, it's $1,300 for an alternator. And he said, whoa, hang on, it should be under warranty. He said, yeah, but the alternator isn't covered by the warranty. That's bullshit. And he went back and checked, and it wasn't. And he said, so why are you selling these other ones? And he said, because the alternators that come with the cars they have sintered bronze bearings. Now, if you know what that is, it's basically bronze bearings with no moving parts that they soak in oil, and oil is impregnated and stuff like that. And it's good enough for things like ceiling fans in bathrooms, right?
Yeah.
Well, you put that under a car bonnet that's operating over a boiling point and all that sort of stuff. So the oil just bubbles away, leaves it dry, bearing sees, alternator stops, car stops charging, battery dies, and all that sort of stuff like that. So the life on those things is, I think, 8 months. So why would you sell a car with a component that has an 8-month life? But they're doing that, and people are buying the bloody pieces of crap.
It's just a way to people take them to the dealerships, and then they get more money at the dealership for things.
Yeah, but everyone would just roll their eyes, and all the dealers are going, yeah, we know. Yeah, it's a thing. But none of us disclose when you buy the turgid piece of crap. That's my spray for today. Thank you, Tiff. Thank you, Bull Boys. Thank you, Linesman.
It's all right. I'm not very strict on the shop. I'm not monetized or anything, so it's not too bad. And you did go off on like a major rant.
Oh, hold my beer.
No. Joe is saying my wife has a 2020 Prius Prime. She gets 75 miles per gallon. When I drive my heavy foot, it brings it down to 65 miles per gallon. Still good. AJ says, Adam, our food bins are the size of a woman's modern handbag. Yeah. Honestly, modern handbags can hold so much.
I know. I mean, no.
No, I don't use a handbag. It's a backpack. I'm not girly enough for a handbag.
What?
Joe is saying, of course, Mississippi charges us a hybrid fee every year, an extra $25 since we are not buying as much gas. Adam says, that is tiny. That's what she said. Our three are all the same size, just the colour difference. Adam says, makes sense about the rats now. Yeah. Dave is saying, here in the Rhondda, we have clear recycling bags every week. Small food caddy, which I line with a food bag, and a larger food bin outside and collected weekly, black bag every 3 weeks. So our recycling and our general rubbish gets collected alternating weeks. So like say this week was normal rubbish, like our general rubbish. Next week will be our recycling, the week after normal. But our food bins get collected on the same day every week as the rubbish. So ours is a Friday. So my food bin, if I had one, if the hairdresser didn't steal it, it would go out on the same day as my general and thingy. It's just a different van that comes later on in the day.
Right.
David Markey is saying, my friend has a Renault Clio hybrid Alpine. She loves it. Changing to an MG Mini hybrid in October. Yeah. Gemma is saying, my Hyundai Turbo can achieve 22 kilometers a litre if I behave. Turn the race button on and that goes to 6. Life's fun at 260 kilometers per hour on a racetrack.
Oh, that does sound like fun. Yeah.
And then he says, oh no, now it's handbags. Hey, a modern day handbag Willow would bloody fit into.
Yeah. Oh, I need to paint half the control yoke. There's my interior green. There we are. What a weird concept this is. Like, this is strange. Yeah. If you paint half a model, you can't not enjoy it. Is the way I'm looking at it. Is like it's just a bit of interest. I've not done it before.
Yeah. Thing is, to me, that's just a half-finished model. I couldn't. My brain would just have a meltdown.
Customer gets what the customer wants. Ah.
Oh. And Bob is in. He says, "Hello, just been wakened by daughter bringing shopping. What have I missed? Talk about cars, like electric versus whatever. Food bins from the council."
The Marley Tanty rant you missed, but yeah, it was a mild one.
Yeah. Joe says, "Sorry about all the vehicle talk. John mentioned Chinese. I will Google nearest Chinese restaurant nearby. I'm hungry. Thanks, John. Hopefully my credit card goes through."
Well, it'd be better value for money in my mind.
And David says, "Hello, Bob." Bob saying hello to David. It's a good day.
I just again, my view is for say, for instance, the American government to be up in arms that no one's buying their cars in overseas and blah 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 blah. Well, if you sold them here, we'd buy them because the Explorers are big sellers, the Everests are big sellers. I've got the Endura. No one else has bought the Endura, but I'd rather see Fords on the road than like I don't mind seeing like Hyundai's, Kias, like all of these. Certainly, the Japanese brand have come huge leaps and bounds in the last say 50 years or so. But the Chinese ones, I mean, why would anyone buy a brand that no one in their life has ever heard of before? It just seems like alarm bells to me. Like Haval or Havel, they're a Chinese company. The vehicles are made in Belarus. Well, that sounds like quality. Of course it's cheap.
Yeah, again, not one I've heard of. Pop these ones.
I do like European cars. I'm a sucker for them. So my daughters, let's see, going from oldest to youngest, Tom drives a Volkswagen Golf. Leah drives a Honda Jazz. Erin drives a Ford Focus, and Jenna drives a Volkswagen Polo. And Bron drives a Polo, and I've got the Ford, and the scooter, the Italian scooter, and the Canadian-built Ford.
Well, there is the base plate sort of done. Just get rid of the cat hair.
It's a good size.
Yeah. I can't remember how big it's going to be. James says, "Bobby, it's handbags, run." Bob says, "Jim, oh no, my knees don't work that well." And Joe says, "It's like these Chinese motorcycles that you can buy here now for $300 because they're poop." And he says, "Sorry." David Valley says, "Got to pop off now. We'll catch you Sunday, Tiff. Have a good weekend, John. Thank you
cheers.
for joining. I'll see you 7:30 Sunday." Joe's saying bye to David. Bob is saying Chinese cars. Aren't they the ones that either dissolve on the docks or explode at random?
Yeah. In my mind, yes. Like make your own choice. But I have my doubts.
Yeah. I don't know enough. I don't really pay much attention to sort of news and stuff like that. GM is saying Seoul, South Korea, home of the handbags are us. Cats sleep and them if left on the floor. Yeah, Willow occasionally tries to get into my backpack. It's either that or a box or just a normal plastic bag. Joe saying, yes, Bob, and with the luck I have, it will explode next to my house. Yeah. David saying, bye to David. So, on to the next bit. Step number 2.
So I did read an article, or was it a YouTube thing? I can't remember. It was a while ago now. So soon after the invasion of Ukraine, companies that were building cars, European companies that were building cars in Russia, packed up and went home. So Renault were doing it. I'm not sure which other companies, but the mob that owns, I can't remember, I think PSV or something or other, who owns, a lot of the other, well, a lot of the, say, French brands and Seat and all that sort of stuff. They're building cars in Russia and selling to the Russian people, and they quite liked them. Once they left, because they basically said to the government, yeah, you're going to have to stop this. No, you're not going to stop it. Okay, we're leaving. And they literally did what they said they were going to do. So then the empty factories, the Chinese companies sort of said, oh, we'll have some of that. And they moved into those spots and, ramped up production. And the article, it's interviewing people on the street in Russia. And they were hating these Chinese cars because the European cars made in Russia were built for Russian people in that. They weren't like, Trebbies and Trabants and all that sort of stuff. They had things like heaters that would work at minus 40 degrees Celsius and stuff.
Yeah.
But a lot of the Chinese cars that came in were built for Chinese climate, but they had no changes to the Russian sort of a climate or even economy. So people are saying that they can't drive them because the windows won't defrost. People's shoes were sticking to the frozen floors of the cars, and they were rusting out because of all the salt that they were using on roads as anti-grip stuff. And they're just they were hating it. I'm just thinking, well, that's an easy way. Just convince your president to walk away from that conflict. But who am I? What do I know?
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. Let's look. Just one. Bob says, I will never, and I repeat, never buy a Chinese or electric car. Combine the two, and yikes.
Yoinks. Right. I should really be documenting this as I'm painting everything.
Yes.
So paint it one half. GM, I wonder if you can answer me a question that I saw on a forum. This is a P51 modeling group or whatever on Facebook. Somebody asked a question saying, what is this part that's marked in red or whatever? And I'm looking at it thinking, well, it's a turnbuckle, but that's probably not what he's asking. I wonder if you can help. So Tiff, if you can zoom in on my quadrant just for a moment while I bring up this photo, we'll see if Jim can possibly pass on some of his excellent knowledge on P51s. Right, so does anyone know what the circle part that attaches to the throttle quadrant is called? I'm trying all the drawings on Aircore Library and it's not showing reference or any other engine control quadrant assemblies or any other keyword searches. Combination I've tried. Any help would be appreciated. So the picture itself, which I took a separate photo, I guess he's not talking about the turnbuckle on that actuator rod. I guess he's talking about that component there, the grey bit. Would you know what that is? It's looking up from, I guess, the right-hand wing up towards the left. instrument panel and everything else. Could you help?
Let's look. Jameson vehicles here are Korean and Japanese. Chinese were banned after the fires started. Well, hopefully Jim will have an answer for you.
Yeah, maybe. It's very. Oh, it looks like a new build. Like it's certainly they've done a good job.
Right. So he says, John, the black knob is a prop pitch control. The metal square is a friction lock.
I'm sorry. The black knob is a prop pitch control. This one.
Yeah. And
the metal square is a friction lock. Okay, because an answer somebody was saying that's the micro switch that controls at what speed you can raise and lower landing gear, and I thought that sounds like absolute codswallop to me. That wouldn't occur. Like it'd be the pilot that knows what the limits are and raises and lowers the gear accordingly. Okay, friction lock and pitch control knob. Right.
Cool. There we go.
Very good.
Question answered. David Mark is asking which aircraft that is. I'm guessing it's a P-51.
Yep.
And Joe says, GM, speaking of P-51, the son of a former Mississippi governor was killed recently flying a Mustang that was part of the commemorative Air Force. Oh, wow. He says several years ago he booked a flight on it there in New Orleans, but the weather turned bad and it was cancelled. There we go. Don't know why I got the Mario theme stuck in my head.
Yeah, so the answer somebody else had said is it's a micro switch for the landing gear throttle warning. If the throttle is retarded too much with the gear up, it blares a warning tone. Some very helpful people in another Mustang group pointed me in the right direction. One of them even has a drawing number. I'm just thinking, it doesn't sound right.
Talk to the guy who's actually, building a P-51 or preparing
one. Yes.
Sure, that guy would probably know a bit more. James says it's a modified switch. Did control safety horn, but some move a friction lock onto the outside face. You cannot see it well when seated.
Some did control safety horn, but some move a friction lock onto the outside face. Okay.
Bob says, my lady Tiff, why are you making a cloud? It's not a cloud. Hang on, I'll get a picture on my phone so I don't have to keep messing with the instructions. It is sort of like a mini bricks kit from Temu. So it's like that one. I just might be able to turn the brightness down a bit. It's like that, but it's black and white instead of thingy. And this one only has like 1,500 pieces. This has like 4,200 and something. So yeah, it's gonna look a bit like that when it's done. Oh, that does look good. Ooh, clinkers. 12 quid for a packet of clinkers. Wow. GM is saying, I'll send you a picture of my recent restored version, but a clearer picture.
Okay. Thank
There
you.
you go. Yeah, he sent Terry a bunch of pictures as well, because Terry's going to be building a P51D.
Oh.
Yeah, he's
Cool.
doing it as like a Christmas build. Athol says, in other words, Tiff, it's a toy for Willow to play with. It's a play toy for Willow to challenge. No, she will not be touching this. As soon as it is built, it is getting put in a box with lots of bubble wrap. Bobby's saying, I suspect Offspring will be getting frustrated at Christmas. Yeah, it comes in fact, I've still got the picture. I'm sure I do. Yep. So it just comes in a big bag like that. Well, this one did. Just pieces. It doesn't come in any numbered bags or anything like that. It just comes in a big bag full of pieces. So yeah, like I said, I spent a few hours going through. Each step has how many pieces you need of what, and I just sort of counted them all out and put them in individual bags. And GM is saying, if John goes to Terry's Smeg site, he has put a montage up as a video. Yeah, the pictures that Gary had sent to Terry, Terry's made a little video of them all.
Oh, okay.
And Terry's streams are a little bit late in the day for you, aren't they, John?
Yeah, it can be. The one on Saturday, he had asked me to be part of the stream a few months ago. I declined because I'm sort of busy doing all the streams with Mikey.
Yeah.
But I'm going to start moving away from some of those.
Yeah. Yeah, the Saturday ones are international ones.
I see. I see the reference photos you're talking about. Oh, great photos. But now I'm thinking, maybe that photo was actually your aircraft because it's that clean. Wow. That is gorgeous.
Yeah, the photos that Gary has are of his P-51.
Yeah, yeah.
That's how we were able to get some good images.
Yeah, he's right. You can't see that module when seated. Yeah. Oh, that's very nice. Alrighty. I need to paint this. What colour will I paint the radio? Just aluminium or a natural steel? Maybe. Oh, I don't know. Oily steel. That'll do.
After Gary's put up the word montage, all I've got in my head is a Team America song. Montage. Yeah. Oh well. I always say there are worse songs you could have in your head. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's layer number 1 and 2 done. And Bob is right, it does look like a giant cloud. Well, I'm actually enjoying this so far. It's not as bad as I thought it might have been when I just saw all the pieces in a plastic bag. Jim is saying, Joe, yes, I knew the pilot. Sad news is these aircraft will bite you if you lack experience on the type. Yeah. Oh, it's always sad when someone loses their life like that. That's my little. And Joe is agreeing with Jim. Right. Layer number 3. think I'm going to have that song stuck in my head for a little while.
As you said, it could do worse.
Yeah, I do have Team America on DVD, so I might pop that in and watch that tonight. Give me something to do.
Yeah, because so the first time I saw that was in the Middle East on an American base with hundreds of US Air Force people. And of course, it was hilarious. All of us are laughing out loud, but all the way through it, like the consensus was most of the Australians were thinking, yeah, the Americans don't see that it's a piss take of like, world police and all that sort of stuff like that. It was taking the piss, They just saw it as only chest beating, It's sort of weird.
Discord is going a little crazy.
What's that?
Oh, it's just Discord. It keeps beeping.
Never heard of it.
Yes, we know you don't use Discord very much.
No, not really. I mean, I probably really sort of. There's things that I just don't tend to do. It's not that I'm opposed to it or whatever. I never think of it.
Yeah.
Like I was saying to Mike earlier, there's so much content that I haven't put up yet. Like the builds. There's stuff that I've done over a year ago that I haven't even said. Oh, look, I built this. Like it's the Victor bomber. It was months ago. The Vulcan was years ago. Looking around, what else have I got? The Wildcat with folded wings. That was at least 6 months ago. The Desert BF-109. The Tornado, the Harrier. Like there's so much content I haven't loaded, or videoed or whatever. I really just should do that. Like even like the Miles M52 from March hasn't been done. Like these things won't take long. I'm just lazy, I guess. I haven't done the Hamden, haven't done the Chipmunk, haven't done the Zlin 126. And they're all nice builds, I'm happy with them. Haven't done the Yug Panther? Like, what the hell? What the hell, John? What the hell? I haven't done the Half Track. Everything I've done for at least a year or so. I'm just lazy, I guess.
John, you've just been busy doing other things.
What are you doing, John?
It's not laziness, you've just been busy doing other things.
Alright, now I need to paint that control stick before I do much else. Where's my interior green? There.
Cool. Let's have a look. Jameson, propeller control is fiddly. You have to reach from underneath with fingers facing upwards. Spitfire quadrant is much easier to use.
Well, these are things I would never have known. Yeah.
And GM is also saying Team American. We have a few here. Oh no, the Team America film.
Oh. It's bloody brilliant. It's funny as.
Yeah. Joe says, John, sounds like the Subaru dealership are big AC/DC fans. Music has been non-stop since I got here. Yeah, I find that with mechanics, they have some of the greatest taste in music.
Akadaka, hey?
It's like from the film, the Team America film, I know the song words to Lonely or Ronery off by heart. I know them off by heart. I can sing it without the music.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen it since then. It's got to be at least 20 years.
Yeah, it is just as funny now as it was the first time I saw it. I'll get back to the comments in a second. Right. GM is saying, Joe, ask for K-pop music, then watch their faces. Yeah. And Joe says, Team America, don't forget we're not all assholes. Although my wife says I'm the king of them.
Yeah, no, I am very much aware of that.
Yeah. We know the good ones. MPG is in. He says, "Hi Tiffany, just a flyby visit to hit the like button for you. Sorry I can't stay. Busy. Latest." Yeah, to be fair, we're about 2 minutes away from hitting 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm almost ready to knock it on head and go grab some food.
Good. Yeah, look, I've pretty much painted my interior. I need to paint the grip. We've got some paint here. Let's get a bit of black onto that. Only painting half of it. Yet. It's so funny. Quattle Throdrant. So there was somebody back on Herx, one of the techos wrote Quattle Throdrant in one of the paper we called it in the E500, and since that day, like everyone every time just referred to the throttle quadrant as the Quattle Throdrant, like and it was just a standard thing. It became the standard, and I wonder if they're still doing it now.
Mm.
Yeah, Tiff. There's a question by Rob. Answer, Bob. Yeah. Go on. Answer it now.
Hang on. I'm trying to get this brick on. Yeah, all right. I'll have to wait. Joe said, "No K-pop for me, please. I'd rather listen to the best of Freddie Fender." And Bob was saying, "Another Tiff interrogation. Where do you get those brick things?" Temu. This one cost me about 30-ish quid. But again, it was like 4.5. It's 4,500 bricks nearly. So
yeah, that's a significant number, eh?
Yeah, and they're not compatible with Lego or anything. They're not the same size.
Mm-hmm. That's fair enough.
But yeah, you can get all sorts of different patterns. Like I said, you can. There's like I'll just go back on a Temu. I'll show you my card. There you go. There's like a white owl Harry Potter type one.
Oh, sorry. Can we zoom in on your half?
Yeah.
Huh.
And you can it actually has like the coloured bricks to make the pattern for the sorting hat. So this one's actually licensed. This one, but you go down. It's like they're pretty cool. I don't think it'll be that big, but there you go. How big is it? 21.5 centimeters wide, 25 centimeters tall. So it's not a decent. Let's see, they do little Grogu.
Cool.
Or Yoda. They've got ravens, dragons, little. Well, it says tabby cat, but it's not. A little raccoon. Holding a little rose. They've got like big. So chameleon ones. But yeah. Little Dobby. There you go. That one, the bear, like a ninja bear. 5,000 pieces and it's only 20 quid.
That's amazing.
Honestly, Temu was brilliant for that sort of stuff. Jameson Joe, well, go status quo then. What was in Temu? Never used them. Do I dip my toe in the water? Yes, just be very, very careful. That I know, well, we all know what you're like. Temu prizes are brilliant. I mean, I wanted some precision sort of paintbrushes. These were £1 and they go all the way up to like quintuple 0 from the number 7 all the way to like Yeah, quintuple zero. They're for £1. That's great. But yeah, you do get some great things on there. There are. I use it to buy silicone molds for my mum's resin stuff for like gifts for Christmas and birthdays. You can get clothes on there, although I don't really trust them. You can get your sweets. You can actually get. That's how I got my first ever pack of clinkers. I got them on Temu, and they are delicious.
Clinkers.
The
So
Aussie sweet.
I was going to say they're an Australian sort of chocolate thing. But
Yeah.
Oh, of course I wouldn't be over there.
No, it's as far as I'm aware, Aussie only. But I got a packet from Temu.
Yeah, bloody good, eh?
And they also have a guarantee that if your package is not delivered on the right day or not delivered within the time frame that they give, then you get £4 credit.
There we go. So, as you can see, I painted half of the wing. So we've got, it's hard to see, but the radiator in there is painted like oily steel and yada, yada, yada. So the seat is half done, the frames are 9 and 11 are half done. So when it all goes together, it's half done.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's very strange, but it is cool.
We'll see how the rest goes.
Yeah.
But so far, I mean, I haven't glued the fuselage yet, but so far the fit is like, it's not terrible.
No.
You know. It's soft. It's going to take. It's not going to take a lot of effort to glue. Like I've done aircraft models before, but
bit of glue and a bit of tape, and it'll be fine.
No, I'm not hating it because that sits just on the wing like exactly how I was expected to. So yeah, no surprises.
Cool.
But I'll let that dry. Just so it's all straight and everything else. Tell you what I should do is actually clamp the fuselage together lightly and let it dry in place. But no, I don't need to. It's just there. It's in place. But that'll do. Let's put a bit of tape on it then.
Yep. Joe was saying Chinese restaurant opens at 11 Central Time. It's a mile away. I need time to walk there, and they're opening. Yeah. It's tempting to get takeaway, but I've got I got some salmon out of the freezer last night, yesterday, so I've got salmon for tea at night.
Very good.
And GM is saying, the dry fit is looking good.
Yeah, I'm not hating it. Yeah. Yeah, it'll be fine. But yeah, I have to say it's weird because it's sort of literally half. Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah. So I have managed to get the first 2 layers done. I've started on the third, and it is very cloud-like at the moment. There's no sort of like on the first 6 layers. There is no other color than white, and the black starts on sort of like the last layer of step number 2. But other than that, I'm really enjoying this.
Good.
Well, I think I'm gonna finish step 1, and then just do more. We put it aside and then wait for step 2 on the next one. Depending on how I feel, I might just continue to build it. It's just something to do in my spare time because I didn't have anything else to do today.
Very cool.
Yeah, thank you for joining me, John.
Oh, it's been a pleasure. Bedtime for bozos. So yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and grab something to eat. Put my salmon in the oven with a bit of sweet chili sauce.
Oh, I cooked Tuscan meatballs with fettuccine tonight. It was awesome. Made up my own meatballs as I do.
Yeah.
Just put some extra ingredients in there. It's all good. It's a family favourite. It went well.
Athol saying tonight's dinner will be shish kebab. He has been informed by his missus.
Cool.
Not a bad dinner. So yeah, thank you everyone in the chat for joining me. Again, thank you, John. And I will see you all on Sunday. Bye.